Welcome to Mr. English KJ.
The link is in the description. When you click on it, this window will pop up. I hope you have gone through 1 to 5 questions, right? It is the same SAT module first math solution. We have done already the 1 to 5 questions. If you haven't watched it first, go and watch it first. Then continue this video. Because there are a lot of things that I am not going to explain you. Because I have already explained in the first video. Like the about section, these links. You should watch it. This is the everything about the SAT. If you do not know some important details about the SAT, you can go and click this link and you can learn. Same thing I explained in previous video. Okay, now the test. If you haven't taken the test yet, I suggest pause the video first, go to take the test, attempt our questions. In previous video, I have taught 1 to 5. Now I'm going to teach 6 to 10. Okay, now if you notice here, the time, right? Notice it is counting. I put it here for your convenience, meaning to say in every question you will see a time. You must finish your answer before the time, meaning to say I have divided the time based on this, which I explained you already in first video, that in module first math you will take 22 questions and within 35 minutes. So I divided time based on that. Okay, so in every question you will get around 1 minute 59 seconds. So you have to finish before that. Remember that, easy to difficult, right? In previous video I explained you. So don't waste much time in earlier questions. Let's start 6 to 10. If you haven't attempted this test, please attempt it first because it will be helpful. You must know that how much you know, how much you don't know. After taking the test, you look here for your result. You get to know how many questions you have done correct and incorrect. Then come back to the video and watch it and learn. You know the Desmos calculator, right? From the previous video. We have done 1 to 5. Let's take a look on 6th question. How many yards are equivalent to 1116 inches? We just need to divide here. It's a simple question. Okay. So it is giving a suggestion, a hint. Technically, they are helping us that 1 yard equals 36 inches. So we have 1116 inches. We just need to convert it into yard. Just divide it and we can get our answer easily. Okay. You can use the Desmos calculator for this also. Just click here, type 1116 divide 36 and you get your answer, which is 31, the correct answer. You can see B is the correct answer and the SAT explanation. The team SAT explained it, how you should do that. But it's a simple question. Here you see the type based answer. These type of answers you don't get option. You remember, right? Here you will not get these. Rather you will get just the box and you have to fill your answer. A, C, D are incorrect. The blue box is teaching you step by step. Look at here. It is explaining you yards and everything, total inches, what we are gonna do here. Everything it is explaining you in details. Okay, to make things easier for you. Same thing, everything is here explained to you in an easier way. Remember that. It's a simple question. It's not that difficult. You just need to understand the question. That is what matters. Let's do 7th question. Here we have given an equation. Okay, the function f represents total cost. Okay, meaning to say this is the function. It represents us total cost in dollars of attending an arcade when X games are played. How many games can be played for a total cost of 58? So we just need to find X here. So from the previous video, if you notice, fx is the total value. As I taught you before, it will be the total value. And we have 14, which is I'm waiting for your answer in the comment section, which is a constant. It doesn't change. Ring a bell, a constant, right? And 4, a coefficient, and there is an X. We need to find X. It's a simple equation. What we can do? We move it here and we will have 58 minus 14. You remember, right? I told you something here. If there is no value in front of any value, any number, remember the sign will be positive. So the positive sign moves here and it becomes negative. So here we have 4x. Here we just subtract it. So we will have 54 and 4, 10, 44. Now it is in a multiply value. Remember from the previous video also, it will go and become a divide. Now the point is, if things are like that in equal, if you exchange both sides, Like here we change one side to here. We move just one digit to here and that's why it turns into negative. But in this case, 11 equals x. What should we do? Well, if we move x here, obviously it will become minus x, right? Like that. But it is not, means we cannot solve it this way and it is wrong also. Okay. So what we do, we know that equal means both value are equal, meaning to say 11 is the value of x. We don't need to solve anything, right? But if we move x here, suppose that it will become like this. We can't solve it because then here it will be 0. Because we know the value of x is 11. Here we can see that, right? So it will become 11. Obviously it will be 0. So always remember that. But we are not doing this here. I'm teaching you changing in position. So if I move x here and 11 here, what will happen? X moves here and it becomes minus x. And 11 moves here and it becomes minus 11. Then we cut minus from both sides and we have this. So we can change positions of both sides together. Same thing we can apply here also. Meaning we can use like this, or we can solve it like this also, or this way also. Because both are positive. This is positive, this is positive. That's why either way it is fine. If it was a negative, then what we do? Now suppose that 14 is negative. Suppose that minus 14 and positive 4x. Then we write it like this. 4x minus 14 equals 58, or minus 14 plus 4x equals 58, because it is a positive. That's why there is no sign here. Understood? So we have our answer. 11 is the answer. Same thing, type based answer, meaning to say in final exam we will not get any options. We have to solve it. Okay. Let me teach you how to use Desmos calculator for this. Go here, I type, I put same equation 58. You can use your keyboard also. 58, then we have 14, then we put positive, then we put 4, and then we put x. And if you see here, we have already solved it. You see, last time I told you about this. Remember from the previous video, if it is like this, that means this is x, this is y. We just need to find the value of x. So we know that it is 11. And we got the answer, because in Desmos, that is how we find answer. Okay. Now you can see the correct answer, that is 11. You can see the explanations here as well, right? You can see the incorrect answers. Now the blue box. As I was suggesting, in the blue box, you will see step-by-step explanation. This is my pet, Mr. Duck. Say hello to them. Well, it can't talk because it's a duck. But it's a pretty smart duck. But it has a unique way to talk. It will talk to you whenever it likes. So back to here. I am never gonna need to know this in real life. See, that's how it talks. Well, things that I am teaching you, will it be helpful for you in life? You can tell me in your comment section. Ignore the duck, it wanders here and there. Let's take a look on the 8th question. Same type of function if you notice here. Same function here, but this time they are just giving us x and b. They are not giving us any number. And it is telling us that the function f, b is constant. Just like above equation, if we remember, it was like this, right? Constant. So b, x, this part. Okay. And fx, this part. Based on the above. We know b is constant, x is 0, fx is 30. So we don't know the value of b. That's it. What is the value of b? We need to find the value of b. Well, it's a simple question. Quite simple. You don't need to do anything at all, because if we add b to 0, we will get b. And we have already seen that this means b is equal to 30. We have solved it. And you get your marks so easily. Okay. You can see the correct one here. Option D. You can see the explanation here. Step by step. Simple way. You can read and understand everything. Okay. All the things are here. You don't need Desmos calculator for this, obviously, because it is already solved. Let's do 9. It looks difficult, but it is not. Same thing. Doesn't matter it is given PT here. It is still the total value, which is, we can still call it fx if you like. So don't worry about it. Doesn't matter if it is given PT, if it is given RB, doesn't matter. You just focus on frequencies like this. If it looks like this, understand, okay, it is the normal equation, because all equation looks like this. There must be a total value, and inside you see the calculation from which we can get that total value. So we have PT, we have a constant here, 1800, and we have a coefficient and other value. Function P gives estimated number of marine mammals in certain area, where T is the number of years Here it is in power. Remember that. Exponent. It is not like this, that we are multiplying t. Okay. It's in power form. It's in exponent this way. Okay. Now, what is the best interpretation? P0 equals to 1800 in this context. So P is 0 here, meaning to say we know inside of it is 0. Here if it is like this, so T is 0. T is 0, then it is this. Okay. That is what we have. Let me write it again. That is what we have. Now a thing about exponent I am teaching you. Remember that the way of power. Suppose if it is like this, 1 will always be there. Then we multiply 2 to 2. So 2 times. And that is how we get our answer. Okay. So if it is given 3, then it will be the same. But we multiply 2 3 times. We get 6. Okay. But if it is given like this, don't worry about it. It will still be 1 multiply 2 will be 0 times. So we don't need to add it at all. So nothing will be there. Nothing. No 0. Nothing. So we get the answer, that is 1. Always remember, if 2 power 0, the exponent is 0, then we get the answer 1. So if here it is given like this, the answer we will get 1. We know if we multiply 1800 to 1, we'll get like this. Okay. So at the end, our answer is this, which is already given to us. Now it is asking us the best interpretation. Option A, the estimated number of marine mammals in the area was 102 when study began. Study began meaning to say it is talking about initial value. Obviously, a constant value is always an initial value. Obviously, it is wrong because 1800 is the constant value, right? Second, the estimated number of marine mammals in an area was 1800 when study began. Obviously, it is talking about the constant value. It is correct. The estimated number of marine mammals in area increased by 102 each year during the study. It might be possible if it was like this, but it is like this. So this one is incorrect. That is correct, incorrect. The estimated number of marine mammals in the area increased by 1800 each year. Obviously it is wrong. We are not increasing it. We are increasing it using this. Now you get it. We don't need Desmos calculator for this also. Swipe down. As you can see, the correct answer is B, and the incorrect one and the all explanation. Everything is explained here. You can take a look by yourself and you can understand it easily. Okay, I suggest you pause the video and you can read it, or you can go to website and you can understand from there. What is this time? You see, the duck is smart. Finding one correct answer, okay. Eliminating 3 wrongs, yeah. That is what we are feeling right now. Are you the one who feels happy that you find the correct one? Or are you one of those who like eliminating 3 wrong options? Tell me in the comment section. Last question. A manager is responsible for ordering supplies for a shaved ice cream shop. The shop's inventory starts with 4,500 cups, and the manager estimates 70 of these paper cups are used each day. Based on this estimate, in how many days will the supply of paper cups reach 1,700? Simple question. Let's take a look. We don't need to do it here. Let's take a look here from step by step. Easily you will understand everything. Let's take a look. We have our question. A manager is responsible for ordering supplies for shaved ice shop. So in question it is talking about we have 4,500 paper cups, and manager estimated that is our inventory, meaning to say it is our initial value. There are tons of way to solve this. Okay, 70 of these paper cups are used each day, so we are reducing 70 every day. Here we can see 40 is already calculated. We need to understand. Okay, first we can do it by adding option. We know the equation that this will be like this. Okay, and here it will be x. As you can see the equation, we know that based on the conversation, because here we have 4,500 paper cups, that is our inventory start, meaning to say it is our initial value, and 70 of these cups are getting reduced. Okay, how many days will the supply of paper cups reach 1,700? And manager wanted and expected it to be reached to 1,700. Okay, so what we can do based on that, we can add options here like 70 multiply 20, 70 multiply 40, and that's how we get the value. Like here, subtracted at the end, we get the actual value, that is 1,700. Apart from that, we can do something else, that is we understand the problem. We know 70 each day. We just need to calculate days based on that. So here it is doing a different way also. In order to calculate days, we know we need this value at the end. We have this initial value, we just subtract it, or we can write it like this. This is our equation. We need 1,700 at the end, so it's our final value, meaning to say that is our total value at the end, and our initial value, which is a constant, that is 4,500 and 70t. You can put 70x or anything, it's up to you. We just need to calculate just like we were calculating everything else. We calculated it, we get 2800 and we do like this, and there we can subtract minus to minus. Now, as I taught you before that if it is written like this and you want to switch both sides, move it here and move it there. So you will get like this, positive 70 here and 2800 here, okay? And when you divide it, you'll divide like this. Or you can just simply subtract it. You get your answer at the end, which is T40. That's how we solve it. I hope you understood everything. That's how we get our answer, that is 40 days. You can do that in Desmos calculator only when you know the correct value like this. So if you know it, then you are able to do it. Otherwise you can't, okay? Remember that. Now you are able to do it, but there is a catch. Desmos calculator doesn't understand this T or anything. So you have to write it X. Now you can see your answer. Just zoom out, there it is. Get it? 40 is your answer. Same we have calculated here. So you can use Desmos calculator, but you can't use it for everything. You can't do it or you can't take advantage of it for everything because you need basic information. If you don't know these basic information, you can't do anything at all. I hope you understood everything. If you haven't watched the first video, watch it first to understand lots of concepts, lots of basic things for this video. In the next video, I will explain 11 to 15. You can join my Discord, which is @Mr. English KJ, a community where you all can thrive, you all can ask doubts to one another. You can ask your doubts in comment section. Please subscribe to Mr. English KJ. Thank you for watching.